Hey everyone, this is Fazana for farzanaslaw, and in today's video I'll be sharing with you all top 5 tips that would definitely guarantee you that first class degree, and this applies to any year that you might be in, whether that might be in first year, second year, or even third year of your LLB law degree in general. So if you're interested to find out the tips, then please keep watching this video till the end. So these tips are based on all on my personal experience and the things that have really definitely helped me to achieve the first class in my LLB, and that has really facilitated my process and journey that I'm going to be undertaking in September 2021 in terms of my LPC with LLM. So I kind of have an idea of what it takes to get a first class in general. So I think that these tips will definitely help you, and even if you have messed up in your previous years and you don't really know what to do and where you went wrong and everything, I believe that these 5 tips will definitely help you with that and achieve the best you can. So let's move on to the first tip. The first tip might sound very basic, but it's something that I believe all students actually neglect, and they think that they do not have to really do this, and that is first of all to attend all lectures that are actually held in the campus or even online, whatever that might be. You have to attend all your lectures and tutorials as well, and this of course includes your tutorials as well, no doubt. But I believe that some people, when they say that you know what, you can just watch your lectures online and you don't really have to attend, I think that's very counterproductive, because you might be thinking that you're actually saving time to actually not attend the lecture, wake up in the morning and all those kind of things. But I believe when you are listening to the teacher speaking to you live and they're in front of you and explaining to you, and you can actually raise your hand, actually say, actually, you know what, I don't really understand this, I believe that that's really, really important. This is why it's very, very important for you to really attend lectures live, because in that way you actually know what is going on. And when you are actually offline, I've seen that you get very easily distracted, first of all. Second of all, you can use your phone very quickly and easily. And third of all, your mind starts wandering around things that you might not be even thinking about, the law related topic that you might be attending the lecture for. So it's very, very important for you to actually attend the lectures live, so that you're focused. The whole reason why you want to attend is because of focus. And as someone who gets distracted very easily, like myself, because I might use the phone here and there every 2 minutes or something, it's very important that you actually attend the lectures thoroughly and properly every single week, and make a commitment to yourself that you're going to be doing that. And you can leave and reserve the online lectures or the recorded lectures for as a way for you to understand something you didn't understand properly, maybe, or as a revision type of a video type of a format for you to revise for the topic. But relying online lectures just for because you don't want to go to the live lectures, I think that's a really bad idea. If you want to get a first, I think that's the first thing that you should definitely master right now. The second thing that I think all law students should do to get a first class in their LLB degree is definitely to become really, really good friends with your teachers, and this includes any kind of a teacher that might be teaching you the subject. So for example, if you're doing equity, if you're doing public law, if you're doing tort law, and you know who the teachers are, become friends with them. And the best way to do this is by attending kind of like a one-to-one meeting every 2-3 weeks, just to show them that you're really serious about the topic and you're serious about getting that first, and you want to really do well and impress them and everything. Because at the end of the day, the examiners of your exams and essays and everything are the teachers that are teaching you at university. It's not like in GCSE where you had to rely on an examiner that you've never seen before and they're going to be marking your work or anything like that. So it's very different in university. So the more you're closer to your teachers and the more they give you tips and guidance on how to really answer a certain question or how to really do well in this essay and everything, I think that's a really good way to get a first class, because this is something that I implemented in my second year and it has completely blown my mind away. Because you cannot be hiding things. You cannot be, let's say somebody's bothering you in school, you need to tell them. And in that way you build a good relationship as well. If you need help, you need to ask the teachers, because even if you're the most shyest person like myself, you need to help. You need to seek help for your guidance. You need guidance, you need to ask for it. You cannot be expecting that you're going to be getting a first without doing nothing and doing everything by yourself. So it's very, very important for you to really become really good friends with your teachers, with your mentor, and everyone and everything, just to make sure that you are getting as much as guidance as possible. The third tip on how to really get that first class in your LLB degree is making sure that you are doing past papers quite religiously. And this can be very hard, especially if you're starting the course right now from September onwards and you don't really know what is going on in terms of the topics and what topics are actually going to be coming up in the exam and stuff. But I believe if your course begins in September, then the best time to start doing your past papers is from not September, but October, middle of October onwards, because that's when by that time you have already done some topics and some topics that might actually come in the exam. So it's very important for you to begin to start looking at past papers from October onwards till the year actually ends. So in that way, you're giving yourself time to actually prep for the old topics so that you don't forget them, and also you're making space and also prepping for the new topics that you have actually not done yet. So in that way, you're actually prepping yourself, and you're not going to be all cramming the night before for the exam, because that can be very stressful, and some people might actually pull it off, but you're not that someone, and it takes a lot of practice to actually be able to do that and stuff, and not everyone is the same. So you want to make sure that you are actually doing past papers in the middle of October. Let's say if your course starts in September the 1st or something, you want to start doing your past papers maybe in the middle of October, or at the least end of October. In that way, you have an idea of what is going on. And of course, this doesn't apply to essays. If you're doing essays, then you need to start prepping from day one as well, in terms of the structure, how you want to look, and how the plan should look like, what do you want to put in your body, what do you want to put in your introduction and conclusion, and all those kind of things. And research, that doesn't apply to that particular section. But what I'm trying to say is about exams, because exams are usually easier to score marks on, because they're under stress and time conditions, so it's very much easier for you to really get a first. So I'd highly recommend for you to do past papers from, I would say, 4 weeks after your course starts or anything like that. Tip number 4 is making sure that you are attending as many study groups as possible, because you know that law is a degree where you need a lot of opinions and a lot of interpretation is made, because one law, what it might sound like, it might sound different to another person, and they might have different opinions about, and there are different academic opinions as well. So you want to make sure that if somebody has found a really good academic opinion about a certain topic, you can exchange it with your own one. In that way, you're building a good relationship, first of all, with your peers, and second of all, your essay is becoming much more better. And this also goes for exams. For example, if let's say you have found an answer for a certain question this way and the answer is A, but another person has found a B, you can discuss with that person why they found a B is the answer and why A is not the answer, or something like that, or why your answer is correct and their answer is incorrect. And then if you both get confused, then you can obviously ask the teachers and stuff for guidance and what is the correct answer and stuff. But generally speaking, it's very good to have a study group that are filled with people who have the same ambition and goals, and they want to get the same grades as you, because you don't want to be falling into a study group and you start talking to them and you start talking about irrelevant things that might not be related to law. So you want to dedicate and create a group of people that are really dedicated to education and they want to get a first as well. So you guys actually help each other out and help each other out to get actually that first. In that way, and you're creating good bonds, but at the same time it's really good for you to score that first as well. And I would not really recommend having your friends as your study group, because that's completely different people, because with friends you can talk and you can actually divert away from the subject and start talking about random things. But I'd highly recommend for you to have a group of people, 1 or 2, 3, maximum 3 people that you actually know are really dedicated to education. So this tip might sound very counterintuitive, but tip number 5 is making sure that you are blocking out your weekends for no education related work. And this is very easy if you have a part-time job, for example, and you have a part-time job where you actually have to go somewhere and do the job and earn the money or anything like that. Let's say you have a retail job. I think that's a really good way to block out your weekends. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it helps you with time management, because whenever Monday to Friday hits, you know that it's actually law related work that you have to do and you have to complete, because you don't have enough time to do the work in weekends. Because some people who actually do not have a part-time job in the weekend, it's very easy for them to say, oh yeah, I will do this on Saturday or something like that. But if you have a job or something else that you're doing in the weekend, then it forces you to do that work on the weekdays, because you know that you're not available in the weekends to do the law related job, law related work and stuff. So it's very, very important that you are blocking out your Wednesdays, because that will motivate you to finish the work in the weekdays. You will less likely to get distracted in your weekdays as well, because you'll be motivated to finish, as I said before. And also it helps you time manage your life very well, because let's say you also don't have a part-time job in the weekends, then you can easily meet up with friends or anything like that, or invest yourself in your hobbies. But I highly recommend for you guys who might be watching this, or might be in your first, second year, third year even, making sure that you are blocking your weekends for job related things, because that's compulsory. You have to go there. But when it comes to hobbies and socializing, you know, sometimes some people might not be available to socialize with you in the weekends, or you know, the hobbies, some days you might feel like to do it, some weekends you might feel like to do it, some weekends you might not. So it's very, very important for you to make sure that you are blocking out your weekends for a job or a part-time job that is very easy to find in the local retail stores or anything like that. So in that way, you'll keep your life really, really managed, time managed, and very organized, I promise. So this brings me to the end of today's video. I hope you really enjoyed this video and found this video really helpful on how to really get that first guaranteed. I promise you, if you follow these 5 steps, they're going to be really, really helpful for you to get that first really surely, because these are the 5 things that have definitely helped me in my third year. And these are 5 things that I would highly recommend for anyone to implement in their own life, whether they might be in first year, second year, third year, or even in masters, because I'm also going to be probably following these as well. But other than that, if you found this really helpful and you know someone who might be going through university and want to get into a first, or they want to get a first or anything like that, then please do share this video with them and like this video and share this video. I will see you in my next week's law related video.